Welcome back everybody, this is Awais back with another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you Gulp. Gulp is a JavaScript task runner, so it helps us to automate some tasks which we do on a daily basis as a web developer. Now in this video we are going to use Gulp to set up our project, and I'm going to be creating a new tutorial on my YouTube channel which is going to be a project based. It's going to be a web application. So I was gonna set up a project using Gulp, Bower, and Node. So I was like, I should make a video about how you can set up and manage your project workflow using Gulp. So let me explain to you what you can do with the Gulp. Basically, Gulp solves the problem of repetitions of many tasks that a web developer deals with every day, and it basically simplifies those tasks by automating those tasks. So instead of we doing those tasks again and again, it's gonna do those tasks for us. So to install Gulp, we're gonna use npm node package manager. So you need to have a node installed. So here we have a node website. If you haven't installed node, then you install from here. And I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video and if you're familiar with web development, you should know about Node.js. So here's the Gulp, and we are going to create a new project by using WebStorm. So I'm gonna go and let's just create a new project from here. Let's start a WebStorm, and it's taking a while to start. I don't know what's wrong with my computer, but yeah, it should be ready soon. So here I actually opened this project before, so I'm just gonna cancel this out. This is a quiz application project. So here we will install create new project, empty project, and then here we'll just say Gulp. Press enter to create a new project, and here we have empty folder. We don't have anything. So the first thing we need to check whether we have a node installed or not. So if I click here, go to terminal. If you haven't got a WebStorm and you have another ID, you must have a terminal in that. If not, then you can just go to cmd and type here node space -v, which will tell you the version of Node installed in your PC or on a Mac. Now we have a npm version, so npm-v, which will give you the version of npm. So right now we are running 5.5.1. Alright, so let's go and use npm to install some dependency first. So first of all, we need to create a package.json file. For that, I'm just gonna go npm init. Now it's going to ask me what is the package name, so I'll just say gulp test. What is the version of our package? So here it's saying that 1.0.0, so we can change that to 1.2.2. Press enter. Description: testing Gulp for web workflow. Press enter. It's going to ask you for the endpoint. We don't worry about it for now. Let's press enter. Test command, no. Git repository, no. Keyword, no. Author, I'll type my name. Enter. License, we'll just say MIT, and it's going to show you the preview of your package.json file, and if you're happy with that, just press enter. Now if I go here, I should have this package.json file which will have all these details. So you can see it was easy to create this file and fill out this information using terminal instead of just writing them out. You could write them out. Now the next thing we need is Bower. Bower is a front-end dependency management system that we will use to set up our AngularJS project. So for that, I will go and install Bower. First of all, we will use npm install, and I'm going to save that in our package.json file. So later on, if I use this project on somewhere else, I don't want to go and install this dependency manually. So what we'll do is we will basically write them out here, and later on we will just write this command npm space install, and it will go into your package.json file, look for the dependency, and install all of them once. So here we'll go npm install --save -dev, because it's going to be a dev dependency. So we will say Gulp. Oh, sorry, we need to install Bower first. So BOWER. Press enter. It's going to go to the internet and look for Bower, and it's going to grab all the files we need to install Bower. And we should see node module folder which will have a Bower. It's still getting installed. Alright, and then if I click on package.json file, I should see dev dependency, and we should have a bower in that. So I'm just gonna go refresh this file. Okay, it didn't come, it will update. There we go. So we have, just wait a few minutes and then you will see that. Now the next dependency we install is a gulp. So npm install --save -dev and type gulp. Let's press enter, and it's gonna go grab gulp as well. And then we're gonna use bower to install our dependency for our front-end development. So for example, we need AngularJS, we need Bootstrap, we need jQuery, and we need Lodash, and there are millions of libraries out there that we can install using bower. So we can see a gulp here, should appear in a minute. Now inside that we got all the default node modules, we have a bower installed, and we should see gulp as well. And there we go, we have the gulp as well. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install some dependency using bower. So to use bower, we need to create a bower.json file which will have all the details about your bower dependencies. So to create that, we can use terminal, so I'll type bower init. Press enter. It's gonna ask you what's the name of, so I'll just say gulp test description. Yeah, I'll leave that whatever we have in a package.json file. Main file, we can just say yes, it's index.js, keyword, don't worry about it, otherwise MIT, press enter. Homepage, we can just leave empty for now, and we just say y yes, y yes, y yes. Alright, looks good now. So here we have a gulp, as you can see. Now we have a bower.json file. I'm going to open that, and here we have a bower.json file which have our package name, the description, a main file, author, and some folders which will be ignored. Okay, so now let's install some dependency, but before we install some dependency, we're going to create index.html file. So I'll just go right click here, go new directory, and I'll just name it app. Inside the app, we're going to create an index.html file, and here we'll just have testing gulp. I'm going to save the file, and now we are going to create another folder here which will have all of our dependencies. So we have a JS folder, and we will have a folder named libs. So libs, so lib folder which we'll use to learn gulp. Now the next thing we need to do, we're gonna create another file called gulp.js. So we'll create that on a global directory. I'll go right click here, new, and click on JavaScript file, and then type gulp file. Press enter. Now we have a gulp file.js. Alright, so now first let's install a few dependencies. And another thing we need to do, we need to define where it's going to install our dependency. There's going to be a folder called bower components. Let me just double check. I'm just going to go and open my old project in the new window. I'll grab it here, so if I need any help, I'll look at it. Alright, so we just need this thing here and this project here. Alright, cool. So now let's go and leave that file for now. I'm gonna go install some bower dependency for we need in Angular. So we'll just say bower install, and then we go --save, and we will say it's a dependency, so Angular. Let's press enter. It's gonna go and install our dependency and create a folder, bower components, and it's gonna go and write that in our bower.json file as well. So here we would see we have Angular file basically as a dependency. Okay, cool. Now the next thing, we are going to install a few other dependency quickly. So we'll go bower install --save bootstrap, and next we need to install, let's just say we go bower install --save, and we'll just say angular -route, and it's gonna grab the module for Angular routing. Alright, so in the bower components we can see we have Angular route folder, we have Angular folder, Bootstrap, jQuery, which is installed automatically because we installed Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is dependent on jQuery. So we need to have a jQuery install. Now the next thing, we're gonna go and create some task for Gulp. Now let's pretend that you are going to build an AngularJS application and you have Angular, which we need to have this AngularJS file as a dependency in our index.html. So we'll link JavaScript file to index.html, but linking these files, let's go and look at other files as well. So angular.js, angular.road.js, we have a bootstrap.js file, and there's so many other dependencies that can be in your project. So you don't want to include the part of each file separately. That's going to be pain in the ass. It's going to be a lot of time that you'll be spending to get the links of all these. So what we want to do, we want to grab all these files, put it into one folder, and then from that folder we are going to concatenate these files, and then we'll just make them in one file. And yeah, let's do that next. So for that, we are going to create a task, and let's just do that. So we'll go variable, and I'll say gulp is equal to require, and here we will have gulp as our Next we need another which will grab all the files from Bower. So that is another dependency that we need, and that dependency called, I'm just gonna go look for it in a second, guys, and that's called Bower main files. So I'm gonna go and main Bower files. So that's the dependency here. We're gonna go to package.json file, and we'll just say npm install --save, and we can say -dev, and we need gulp main files, I guess. But instead of just looking that package from module, I've already had that, so I'll just copy and paste the code, and I will run a command which will go and look for it for us automatically. So let's just go and copy this, and then here in the dev dependency we just paste it here. Oops, it did not paste, so we'll just go, oops, I'm gonna copy this text and I'm gonna paste this here. There we go, and we need a comma here. I'm gonna save this file, and then I'm gonna run npm install. Now it's gonna go look for package.json file. It will see this main Bower files, and it's gonna go and grab those for us. Alright, now let's go back to gulp file, and here we'll just require that as well. So just say main file is equal to require, and we'll just say gulp, and here we'll have main Bower files. Alright, now we can have another gulp plugin which will help us to concatenate all those libraries. So for that, we will go to package.json file, and I don't want to go and search for it, so I'll just copy and paste the version of it. Let's just copy that, and I'm just gonna paste that here. It didn't come, so we have to use a mouse actually. Okay, so let's just grab this from my other project. I'm just gonna paste it here. So that's gulp concat. I have to run the command npm install again to install those that gulp concat, and then we go to gulp file, and we can just require that as well. Variable concat require, and he'll say gulp concat. All right, nice. All right, so the next we are going to create a gulp task. Now let's go to documentation of gulp, and I will show you a few things here. So this is the documentation for gulp. Now here there are 4 things that we need to pay attention. There's gulp.source, gulp.dest, gulp.task, and gulp.watch. To simplify, and I'm going to explain to you in the simple words, gulp.source basically defines which source are you working with. So source means that, okay, go into the app folder, there is an index.js file or index.html file, and that's my source, that's what I'm going to work for. gulp.dest basically creates a folder and put the source inside that folder. Very simple. Gulp.task is important because that's what we use to create a gulp task. Now we have a gulp.watch. It's very good. Gulp.watch basically help us to keep looking at particular files. If anything changed, then it can run specific tasks. So let's say you have an index.html and you have a title set to AngularJS, and let's say you change the title to AngularJS++, then gulp.watch will be looking at that file, and if you change that and save that file, then it's going to go grab that new file, new saved file, and then run the specific task that you have defined. Now these are the 4 tasks that you just need to worry about. Let's go to our WebStorm and let's create a few tasks for the gulp. So I'm just going to make it bigger for you guys so you guys could look at it properly. Okay, let me go here. Now let's create a task which will basically go into the Bower component folder, and it will grab all the files for us from Bower and paste those files into, let's just say we have this libs folder. We want to put all those files into libs. All right, so let's do that. So I'll type gulp.task. First, let's create a task. Now we open parentheses and then we type the name of the task in single quotes. So I'll just say copy libs. Okay, then it's going to take a callback function, type comma, and we'll just say function. Now inside that we are going to return something. So we'll just say return, and now we are going to first of all use gulp.source to define what source we are talking about. So here we'll type gulp.source, and inside that we can use this main files variable which has this main Bower files dependency. So we'll use that package to copy all the files and get all the source from Bower components. Now that is a bit complicated, right? So why not we just do it with just one file? Let's do that. Okay, so let's just say we will go and create maybe a JavaScript file, and I'll just type test. Okay, now this is blah blah blah, just general file here, and just comment it out. Now this is the file which is sitting here, test.js. okay, now we are going to grab this file and put that file into, let's just say, in an app folder and in JS folder. So how do we do that using gulp? Now first of all we need to say, okay, this is our source, so let's just add a single quote and I will just say test.js. Now we don't have to define anything here, not this / or dot, because it's already sitting on our gulp. If it's sitting here, then we have to define that. Now this is the file we want to work with, that's our source. Now we're going to use this pipe function, and inside that we can simply say, okay, just grab that file for me and then put that file into this JS folder. So I'll just say gulp.test. okay, now where we want to put it, we can say, let's just say /app/js/. I'm gonna save this task, and now we're going to run this task using terminal. So we go to the terminal, and here we'll just first test out, do we have a gulp working? So we'll just type gulp, press enter, and it just say using gulp, task default is not in your gulp file, which makes sense. We don't have any task which is run by default, so we need to type this name of a task in our terminal. So let's say gulp and the name of the task. So we have a copy libs, press enter, and there we go. So it started the task and it finished the task. Now it went there, look for this test.js file which was here, and go and just put that file into app.js folder, and there you go. How cool is that? It's just so quick, right? So it just did it for us. So every time we need this test file, we just say gulp.copy libs. So instead of getting this one file, we want to use this. We want to use main files, okay? And basically it's going to look for all the files available in Bower components, and grab all those main files and then put them into libs. So here we'll just say, instead of JS, we go libs, okay, because we want to put that into libs, right? And I'm going to delete this test.js file. We don't really need that. I'm going to save it, and now let's go and run this copy lib task. So we type gulp copy libs, and I'm going to press enter, and you just wait and watch what happens. Let's press enter, and it's going to go, went inside, and it's going to copy all the files into a lib folder. So it went inside Bower components, which we just used bower dash install blah blah blah. What are the dependency? How easy was that? How easy was that to, you know, go inside the Bower and grab all the dependency, and now we have all this dependency for offline use. Now they're not gonna go anywhere because they're just in the libs folder now, so we didn't really have to do. One more thing I want to mention here, that you might have a problem by using gulp components dependencies. Basically, if you go into the AngularJS, what gulp do, gulp go inside and go to bower.json file, and it look for a key called main, and every Bower dependency will have this key main and the path of our main file. Now let's just say if I change this to default, now gulp copy libs will not work, because when it go inside to Angular package, it goes into bower.json file, and let's see that, okay, main key is there, but this file is not there anymore. It's not there, so it's just gonna ignore that. So you gotta make sure that if some dependency is not getting retrieved from Bower components, then you gotta go and look for a bower.json file for that particular package, and then you basically can grab those files. Now if I modify this, it's gonna basically do this, do that for us. So let's close this file. Now we got all the dependencies there. Now what if we want to just convert this dependency into one file before we put that in our libs folder? Yeah, that's pretty cool, but we are creating an angular.js file. Now angular.js needs some sort of let's just say ascending order. So we need to have an AngularJS code first, and before that we need to have a jQuery, because sometimes AngularJS is depending and gives you an error in the browser when you don't have a jQuery. So for that, there's another cool package that you can use. I'm gonna go and grab that package. So that would be Angular file sort. So I'm just gonna copy that package. We go to our package.json. I'm just gonna paste that here, and then we save the file. Then I'm gonna run npm install, and now it's gonna go and install this Angular file sort. We go back to gulp.js, and then here we just grab that as well. So we'll just say Angular file sort is equal to require, and we'll just say gulp Angular file sort. Cool. Now we're gonna modify our project a bit more. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to delete these files from here. So let's just get rid of all of them. We don't really need the file in our app folder. We should have another folder which have all of our libraries file. So what we can do here, instead of just going to the app folder, we should create another lib folder outside in our global directory, and then get all the files there. So I'm just gonna save the file, and let's run this gulp copy list task again. Now here we should have another libs folder. Now all the libs are here. Now we can use this concat and Angular file sort to create a concatenated file from all of these libraries. So how do we do that? Now for that, we're gonna create another task here now. So I'm gonna just say, well, we will have gulp.task, and we'll just say libs. It's going to take a callback function, and then it's going to return. And first of all, we need to define gulp.source, and the source is basically we have to get inside libs folder /-- okay. So what are the file we have? Just grab all those files, and the extension should be JS, right? Now once we got all of those, then we can just pipe them, and we use Angular file sort, First of all, we sort the files .pipe, and then here we concat those files. Now concat, right, and then after that we are going to use gulp.dest, okay, dest function, and we want to put that inside our app. So we go app dash libs dash, okay, that's where we want to put that one file. Now here I might get an error because I'm concatenating this bootstrap.less file. Guess what? We're not, because we're only gonna grab files which has an extension of JS. So it doesn't matter what kind of files we get from our Boa components, it doesn't really matter because we're only grabbing these files. If I remove this and grab all the files, that's when we're gonna cause a problem in our libs. Libs just should have only JavaScript files, like most commonly they have a JS code in them. We have some scenarios we have different files as well. So here we're talking about JS. Now let's go and run gulp.libs task. I'm gonna run it, and now as you can see we have some errors. So we have gulp concat a missing option. Now this is an error, so we are going to look at why we're getting an error. First of all, let's just update. So npm install, it's gonna go grab all the things from there, from package.json file, and it's gonna make sure that. Now concatenating libraries, we need to define a file name, right? That's what we're missing actually. So we want a file name of the file where we want to concatenate to. So that would be libs.js. Let's save it, and now let's just run gulp libs, and this time it's gonna go grab all the libraries from here. First of all, it's gonna sort them, and then it's gonna concatenate those libraries, and then it's gonna put that one file into our app libs folder because we're using gulp.dest. So gulp.dest, grab the file, put it somewhere else wherever you want it. Gulp.task, create a task. Gulp.watch, keep watching for the changes. And we have another one which I just forgot, which you have. It's gonna stop this. There you go. We have, well, gulp.source. That's right, it was right there, but I forgot it. So as you can see, we created one file. Now let's say we create a change in some JavaScript files. Gulp should be able to run and then save and run those particular tasks as well. So now the last thing we need to look at is a gulp watch. So we create another task here, which is going to watch for changes in our index.html. So there we go. We have an index.html file, and we're going to create a task, gulp.task, okay? And that's going to be whatever the name you want to type in. So we'll just say watch. It's going to take a function. Now inside that task, I'm going to use gulp.watch. Now what we want to watch, first of all, we want to watch this index.html file, right? So if I go right click here, and I'll just copy this relative path in a single quotes, I'll just paste the path. Now add a comma. Now it basically next wanna know what kind of functions or what kind of tasks we want to run from gulp. So I would just create one task first, which will build our index file and put that into our dest folder. So first of all, let's just go quickly create a task here, and I'll just name it index, and it takes a function, and we are going to return something from gulp. First of all, let's start the source. Source would be the same, we copied, and what we want to do, we want to pipe it. So if that gets changes, then we want to gulp.dest, okay? Then we can just say we want to put this into, let's just say here on our global directory. Simple, okay? Now what happens when we make a change, we want to just save the file, and it should run this index task automatically. So here in an array, we just type run index task for us. All right, let's save it, and that's pretty much it is for this. Now here we will pay attention. So now if I go say gulp and run the task, watch, okay, and now it's just not finishing the task, it's just staying there and looking for changes in this file. Okay, it's gonna look for changes in this file. Now let's go and open this file, and here if I type, let's just say h1 hello world. Okay, now I'm not gonna save the file yet. I want you to pay attention. When I press Ctrl S, I want you to pay attention here. Okay, so let's just go and press Ctrl S, and there you go. So once I save the file, gulp.watch is constantly looking in index.html file, and as soon as it finds the change, after obviously we have to save the file, then it goes and run this index task. Now here we have index.html file automatically saved for us. Now here, if I make a duplicate of this and if I save this again, it's gonna run the task third time as well automatically. So that means this folder of one particular folder is basically linking to a server. So server knows grab the files from particular folder, and we just run this task, and every time we save it, it's going to update those files for us automatically. So if we go index.html, this is automatically updated and saved for us. So that's the cool thing about gulp. So we don't really have to go and copy paste the files and restart the server, right? So it's going to just automatically do stuff for us. Now there's only 4 things you need to pay attention in gulp. So gulp.source defines the source, gulp.des copy files and then put it somewhere else. Task creates a task which takes a callback function. Gulp.watch, which basically look at the specific file or maybe different files. So here, if we go, for example, let's just go back to, and here if I create, let's just say I will go and remove this index.html, and I want to say that just look for a libraries folder. So I'll go library / and star. Now if we go to any library and make changes, it's constantly looking inside the library folder, and it's looking for every single file available because we use this asterisk. So we're telling all the files, just keep looking at them. Now it's gonna keep looking. At the moment, whenever we have a change in those files, we save the file and bang, it's gonna go grab all the changes, run a particular task which we have defined on the top, which will basically re-upload those files or recreate those files for us. All right, so I hope you guys liked this tutorial, and if you still have any questions about gulp, then let me know. And this is how I build my workflow for front-end development. Now there's another task runner, task runner grunt, which I will make another tutorial of that is pretty cool as well. Now if you want to use instead of Bower, because Bower is getting deprecated, even if you install Bower, you will have a message, okay, Bower is going to get deprecated, use Json. Json is another dependency manager, and I will make another tutorial for that as well. Alright guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, smash the like button. If you dislike the video, smash that dislike button. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Cheers.